What's up, guys? Let's make a Titanic cake. Let's make the cake topper. First, I start by making Rice Krispie treats, and then I just shape them with my hands. And then I insert a skewer into some white chocolate. I spread white chocolate all over. Make sure that's nice and smooth. Let that dry. Right now, I'm rolling out some white Fantasia Fondant. I add my edible glue all over so that it sticks. And then I'm wrapping the fondant over. I'm smoothing everything out. And then after I have that done, I set that aside to dry. Once it's dry, I'm adding some poppy paint, my favorite paint ever. I'm using black, and I will paint the front and the back. And then the bottom has a little bit of red, so I'll paint that one red. And then after that, I'm going to roll out some gold fondant. This is from Satin Ice, and I use a little strip cutter. I add my edible glue to adhere it. I wrap that around, and then I make these little things for the top. I paint it with some black poppy paint, insert those. And then I'm going to use a very small piping tip to make some of the windows, and then it's done. Now we can move on to assembling our cake. So first I start by adding some dowels to the bottom tier of my cake, and then I add some buttercream so that I can adhere the top tier on top. I add a center dowel, and then after that I'm spreading some light blue buttercream and some dark blue buttercream, and I am keeping it a rough buttercream on the outside of the cake. I will not be smoothing these together. I want it to look rough and choppy, kind of like waves. So I finish that, and then after that I move to the bottom tier again, and I'm adding my edible glue on my cold buttercream cake. I'm adding a strip of red fondant, and then on top of that I'm adding more of my edible glue, and I'm adding a black strip of fondant. These are just the Titanic colors, so I wanted to keep that theme along the bottom of the cake. Now I'm adding my cake topper. So I angled the cake topper this way so that it can look like the ship is half in the water. And I add a little bit of that buttercream along the bottom of the cake topper so it can just look like some waves are crashing up. After that, I add my anchor to the bottom, the helm on top. I just put a little bit more buttercream so it can stick. And then I'm adding the 10 for the 10th birthday. I ended up adding birthday boy's name to the ship instead of writing Titanic, which I thought was a cool touch. This is how it came out. I loved it. I hope you guys love it too. I hope you were able to follow along with making this cake. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section, and you know I answer all questions. Please be sure to give this cake a big like and subscribe to my channel for more videos.